What's happening, world? It's me, Ryan Chris Tate, aka Mr. Feel Good Now. And today I'm just going to be going over a few things about setting goals. Like, I've used this acronym, people's used it to set goals and achieve things they want in their life. And the acronym is SMART. So the first thing you want to do when you're setting goals is the S is for specific. So you want to set specific goals on what you're trying to achieve. You know, people set goals, like a lot of people are scatterbrained, their minds all over the place. They might want to lose weight, they might want to be able to read fast or do some crazy things, you know, but they're not specific about what they want. So you have to learn to set specific goals for what you want in life. The M is for measurable. So that means whatever your goals are, you have to be able to measure them. Am I reaching these goals that I'm setting out for myself? Am I getting any closer to them? You have to be able to measure them. So, for example, if you're setting a goal to lose some weight, well, after week 1, then you go weigh yourself and you down 2 pounds. That's measurable. You know that you lost some weight. 6 months down the road, maybe you lost, who knows, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. So you know you've lost the weight. So the goals that you're setting, you have to be able to measure them. Now, the A is for attainable. Here, this one is tricky. But what you have to be able to think about when you're setting goals is that, realistically, can I attain these goals that I'm setting out for myself? You know, so you don't want to start off like, I use physical stuff because I'm very active, I'm in the gym. So I use that, I can relate back to that. So if I'm going in the gym and I said, you know what, I want to be able to bench 225 pounds or just whatever, any number, whoever is setting that goal. You have to now say, am I in a situation where I'm going to be able to attain these goals? What do I weigh? What have I benched before? You know, because you can't, some people set goals that, it's good to be ambitious, but you have to set goals that you can attain. Like, so once you get there now, you can move forward. You can progress to another weight, to another weight. So you have to set goals that are attainable for you, that you can reach. Now, the R, pretty much just said it right now, is for when you're setting goals, you have to set realistic goals. You know, like, the majority of people, anybody you talk to, everybody wants to be successful, right? So people relate success with money. So you think about it now. The goal that you're setting, you say, I want to start a business and I want my business to be making a certain amount of money, $100,000 a year, $250,000, maybe $1 million a year. But you have to think, is the goal that I'm setting realistic? Because you don't want to set a goal, like people set goals that say, oh, well, I want to make $1 million a year, which anybody could do that. It's attainable, you know, you just have to start believing it. And once you start believing it and taking steps towards it, you will reach it. But here's the thing though, is it realistic though? Because if you're coming from a place where you're only making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, now you want to jump to $1 million a year, that's not a realistic goal. Just think about it. It's not. You have to first get to $100,000 a year. Then you say, I want to make 150 or whatever the situation is. You have to set realistic goals. Remember, once you get one success builds confidence. So once you get that and you keep going and you keep going, you're going to get more successes. So when you're setting goals, make sure they're realistic. And the last is the T, which is for timely goals. So when you're setting them, you have to put time on them. So, for example, you could be setting short-term goals or you could set long-term goals. Maybe your short-term goals from 1 month to 6 months. What you want to do, relate it back to working out. In 6 months, I want to lose a certain amount of weight. So you're going to progressively move forward. Like every week, whatever your workouts are, you're going to improve them so they're going to get harder and harder and harder. So that way you will lose the weight that you're trying to lose. So that's a short-term goal. Now, if you're setting long-term goals, back to operating the business, you know, you want to make a certain amount of money per year, you have to set the goal. Like maybe now your long-term goal is going to be 2 to 5 years. In 2 to 5 years, I want to have a business that's thriving and it's doing so good because I put in the work in it and I keep doing it over and over and over again. So again, set timely goals. And again, the acronym is SMART. S for specific, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for realistic, and T for timely. You know, so whatever your goals are, it doesn't matter what they are. You just, when you sit down and write them down, use this acronym, and it'll help you. You can listen, man. I keep saying it over and over again. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. Anything. You just have to be realistic when you're setting these things. So until next time, feel good now.